I felt like the teachers at school couldn't communicate properly with me. I struggled just learning there. So I left in year 10 and I had tutors on and off. I just couldn't really learn. I wasn't remembering a lot. I kind of just got into like the film side of it, and I was kind of just learning stuff off of that, and I found it's still got a lot of maths and English in that, so I kind of stayed up to date with it from just looking at that.
So when you say the film side, you were interested in learning how to make films?
Yeah.
Right, so you did that while the time when you would have been at school in year 10 and 11, yeah?
Yeah.
When did you first become aware of artificial intelligence?
At the beginning of lockdown.
All right, so that would be about 3 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
So what was it? What was it you saw, and how did that interest you?
I saw text-to-image AI.
Yeah.
And the first thing I told it to make was a dog on a bike.
And how did you feel about the results then?
Not very good. It didn't really look like what I were typing in.
And then where did you go next with that? What were you doing?
I was making stuff for Etsy, like posters.
Right, so Etsy, the online shopping. So
Yeah.
you made some posters just using AI?
Some of them were just the AI and some I changed a bit in Photoshop.
Can you give me an example of something you edited?
Like the lighting on some of the images.
So I'm right in saying that you were using it to create images for you, but ones that you would then go and manipulate.
Yeah.
So you were happy with them, and so you felt they were more fit for purpose. But also you're using it somehow in a technical way of setting up websites. So then you come to college and started here in September last year. Talk about when you first thought you might be able to use some AI in the work you were doing here.
We had a competition from a company called Anything is Possible.
Yeah, so just a bit of background. The students were given the opportunity to submit designs for logos and merchandise for a local advertising agency called Anything is Possible. Zach created both hoodies and merchandise, but several iterations of hoodies for this. Can you tell me about the process, how you used AI in helping you to do that?
I used an AI called Dream, and I got it to make me some butterflies, and then I put them into Illustrator, image traced it, and then they didn't look quite right, so I basically cut them in half and then flipped them, and then it basically made them equal.
All right, so you're talking about they weren't quite symmetrical, the ones that the AI was producing.
Yeah.
You used those as part of the design for your hoodie.
I got shortlisted, and I went to their
offices, yeah?
Their offices.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting.
And the company were really impressed with Zach's use of AI in making his design. That's something that really stood out for them. Can you talk about how you may have used different tools to help you with the academic side of the work in the college?
I made a kind of prompter for my creative journal using HTML code on Wix.
Right.
And it basically, I had to write in the boxes for each part of the journal, and then it will give me a full paragraph at the end.
Right, okay. So you were answering the prompts that we give you for reflecting each week. And so it's a way that you were typing in the answers there, and then it would turn that into a paragraph of text that would just be what you typed in, but it would just make it into text. That's what I remember, yeah. But that wasn't using AI, or was that just using code and HTML?
It was just code, but it used a random text kind of thing to make sure it changes the paragraph each time. So
can you think of a way that we could incorporate AI to help students reflecting?
Making a kind of like a chatbot.
So that could be more of a conversational thing that students could do where the chatbot might prompt them to reflect. So where did you go next? Did you actually use any AI to help you with your written work while you were here this year?
My evaluation, I used it to. I basically typed in the questions and it basically gave me more in-depth questions
Right.
from each question, and I can answer it. And then by the end, I've written a whole paragraph. I used it to help me with the language as well.
Okay, so you were using it from the point of view of expanding on the questions that you were given,
Yeah.
into more detail, but also to help you with the grammar of your answers, or to expand on the answers, or just to help you with to make the replies more in depth. Or so is that something that you would have struggled with without the help of the AI?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And it kind of saves the time of having a TA and trying to explain to them,
Right.
for them to then explain to me.
So you kind of using it like some kind of automatic teaching assistant, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting to think of it that way. So, but then the evaluation that you submitted, you just submitted it. What you submitted was the product of you using the AI as a tool or as an assistant to help you express your ideas. Did it come up with any ideas of its own?
No.
Right. And did you have any experience of the AI doing something that you thought was a bit strange or a bit odd, or wasn't you? Or
No.
no?
I told it everything, and then it kind of learned off of me telling it.
And at that point, which AI were you using for this?
ChatGPT.
All right, so good. So basically, you're just getting it to expand on your language rather than your thoughts and your ideas.
Yeah.
Is that right? But also to expand on the questions to help them make more sense to you.
Yeah.
All right, good. So now where you are is you're coming towards finishing your final project at college. And then I think you've got an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going to be going to an apprenticeship with Framestore. It's a visual effects company.
Right. So is that a small local company?
No, it's quite big.
Yeah.
In London.
So can you tell us a bit about what they do?
They've got lots and lots of people in visual effects, and they work on Marvel movies, Paddington, lots of different things.
Do you have any idea about how they might use AI, or if they are or they aren't?
They've recently got a team of 8 working on researching AI and how it can be used in the company.
Is there anyone that really inspires you in their use of AI, or anywhere you go to regularly for ideas?
There's a YouTuber called Matfid Pro, and he basically just shows you upcoming AI or AI that's out at the moment. Corridor Crew as well. They do visual effects, but they used AI recently.
Talk a bit about the things that you don't think it is good at, or the things that it won't be able to replace that you do.
Like the psychology behind films.
Right.
I don't think it can constantly keep up with that. And I think that's it.
All right. So you think it's more they'll always need a human element in the films, which is your area of interest.
Yeah.
Right, great, Zach. Well, thanks for that. That's been really useful, and thanks for your time in talking about that. I hope people appreciate the journey you've been on, which is quite extraordinary, and that thirst for knowledge and thirst for new ideas and new processes to help you develop as a creative filmmaker.